must have been what they meant when Zatima first launched as a series and it was being marketed as a comedy, because this episode was completely unserious. Zachary Taylor, get your What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Zatima video. And in this video, I am breaking down season 2, episode number 14, and all of the foolishness that ensued. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Zatima content and conversations, because we have a lot. In addition to these breakdowns that are dedicated to each episode, I also go live after each episode with another YouTuber who does beautifully nuanced, creative, insightful criticism of sisters as well as Zatima, Miss Allie Nick Official, on our podcast, Live After Show, Our Sister's Keeper. So you can be on the lookout for that each week if you want to join the conversations live. The replay is available now. I'll link it in the description box down below. But without further ado, let's talk about episode 14, because the train wreck / comedy show that this became is beyond me. Before we jump into this video, I have to let you know that this video was created during the 2023 WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes. Without the labor of the writers and actors currently on strike, the series being covered here wouldn't exist. Through the duration of these strikes, my company and I stand in solidarity with both unions and are refusing paid opportunities presented by struck companies such as the 8 major Hollywood studios. Content created on Erica Vane platforms are independent of any struck company and not created in promotion of said company. Articles, videos, and audio posts are created in critique of the media in support of the artists who created it. It is important that you, the audience, know that these strikes are a result of corporate greed. The writers and actors have been victimized by major studios for quite some time, and the time is now to demand fair pay and working conditions, standardized practices across streaming business models, and other terms that will ensure the pipeline for new aspiring creatives remains open and viable for years to come. At this time, neither union is calling for a boycott of any television or film content. If you would like to support either or both unions, consider donating to strike funds, walking local picket lines, and using your social media platform to amplify messages delivered daily by union members and leaders. Links to official websites and more information can be found in the description box down below. Videos explaining both strikes and continual strike news can be found on Erica Vane TV. Now let's get into it. But Erica, this is not funny. Zach and Fatima are struggling to get it together. Zach is like trying to unpack all his childhood trauma. He in therapy. He trying to get his woman back. It is not funny. Why you think it's funny? That's what I imagine. Some of y'all are saying. And guess what? I don't care, because this is laughable. Y'all, similar to what I did in my breakdown for episode 13, I'm going to go back and I'm going to point out specific dialogue choices that were made. This is the script. And I'm going to tell y'all exactly how unserious and how comical this is, literally pulling out the damn dialogue, especially once you give in the context of what's actually going on in this circumstance. And before I get to like super nitpicking it, let's take the 50,000 foot view, right? Zach and Fatima have not had a problem per se when it comes to sex, when it comes to orgasms and satisfaction with sex. The only issue that they have had in the sexual arena is Zach wanting it too much. That's the only issue. So for us to arrive at the very end of this episode, spoiler alert, with Fatima supposedly throwing it back on Zach, as if all of the other issues that have arisen, bubbled up to the surface within their relationship, that have come to a head, that Fatima is so tired of, so through with, don't exist, it's laughable. Truthfully, it is ridiculously laughable, because sex was never y'all problem, and sex clearly couldn't keep you on the same page. Sex couldn't fix his communication. Sex can't fix his lack of emotional intelligence or stability. Sex can't have him be accountable and responsible to you in a relationship as the man that you actually need and deserve. Sex can't do none of that, but here we go. That's what we're gonna do. And that's also some of the stuff that Zach hinged his Hail Marys when he bombarded Fatima's date with Paul. He led from a very sexual place, as if the sex was supposed to do anything. The sex was never the problem. And I have a huge problem with not just men, but people who's supposed to love somebody so much. You just can profess that you are just so deep in love. You care about this person so much, and you don't want whatever is pulling y'all apart or causing problems within your relationship to cause problems anymore. Meanwhile, when the problems are laid out for you, you choose to go and provide solutions to that's not even a problem. You don't address the problems. You don't address the person's feelings. You don't address the person's needs and or wants that are being clearly communicated in the thing that is called us in the divide. But you're going to go address the only thing that you seem to have going for you. Huh? It's giving narcissist. It's giving selfish, manipulative child. And it ain't good enough. Fatima should know damn better. But let's go ahead back at the top of the damn episode. Fatima's on her second date with Paul. Then she gets a call from Angela, who just finished up her conversation with Zach. And she's telling her about how sad he seemed. Like, girl, don't nobody care. Don't nobody give a damn about how sad Zach is. Don't nobody give a damn about Zach's proclamations about that. Don't nobody care. Back in more important conversations, Paul comes back to the table. They continue to have some of the best conversations that I have seen Fatima have the entire series. And it's interesting to me because, like I said, in these last two episodes, so episodes 13 and 14, I've been really paying attention to dialogue. Previous episode more so, because this episode I really believe is just completely unserious. But Paul starts to talk about, you know, his past, but not too much, because he's very, very like in tune. He's not trying to say too much or do too much. He's really just trying to be present with Fatima. He's trying to enjoy the opportunity that she's giving to get to know her, even with the mess of her in the midst of a breakup from this guy that she's just so head over heels for. And I really, really respect that. Part of me was like, dang, Paul, I wish you would have just turned her down, because you know that this is a little bit messy. But I understand a man taking a chance when offered to him, especially if he's coming from a very genuine place. And with every interaction that we get to see Paul and Fatima have, it just feels more and more like he's coming from a very genuine place. Fatima notices as he's making his way back, before they start the conversation again, when he makes his way back to the table, how all the women in the restaurant are looking at him, and he don't notice because he's looking at her. And that's what we love. We love to see it. So on your last thing that just, ended 48 hours ago, girl, it was a very much so real thing about eyes wandering and wanting somebody F the out of somebody, if I'm going to use their words, that's their actual words out of their mouth. So I bet it's a little bit refreshing to be with a gorgeous, just beautiful, downright amazing looking man who can keep his damn eyes to himself and focus on the prize at hand. We love to see it. Now, Fatima tries to get out of Paul, like, what are some of his experiences. And I like that he could be honest enough to allude that he has some. So a very interesting past, interesting interactions with women, but I like that he doesn't go into depth with them, because Fatima, one, is not in a place to hear that. Like, I get a little bit of you asking, girl, because part of it is like, well, I can't be the only one going through some bullshit. I get that. But then also, girl, you're not in a place to receive this and to truly understand the growth and whatever Paul has taken from each of those situations and is bringing into whatever he hopes to be his new situation. You are really thinking about Zach trying to push yourself into Paul's arms as best you can, but then also steadily pulling yourself out of his arms when things get too comfortable, get too familiar, and you start to feel a little bit too safe. We clocking it, honey. You are clockable. 100%. One of the things I wanted to note, though, is that Paul says that you get what you give. And he made a comment about how all of the women in the restaurant probably make more than all the men. And then Fatima's like, well, have you experienced that? And he's like, yes. But then he also talks about how he's not interested in being nobody's sugar daddy. So I'm just like, he has a very, I would love to know his perspective on finances within relationships. But again, I like that he didn't divulge too much. Now, they are here for a little bit talking, cool. When they get ready to leave, he said they're going back to that damn open mic place. And you know what, Fatima? Don't bring your ass back here again. I don't give a damn how much you liked it. Cause it's giving cursed. Belinda hosted. Zach know that this is now your spot, and he ain't never knew that before. The whole time that y'all been dating, he ain't never bringing you here once. Your favorite spot. I digress. But Paul makes it known that Fatima is the most beautiful woman that he's ever seen. That he would love the opportunity, just a little bit of the time and the space to show all of what he's capable of doing. And I don't think that he's doing it to be cheesy. I don't think he's saying it to be cheesy. I think he's saying it because he understands exactly where she is, and he's going to let her lead because he doesn't want to be too aggressive or too forward or too pushy in this very vulnerable and sensitive time for her. So it's basically letting her know, like, Miss Mama, I'm ready when you are. And again, we love to see it. A man who knows what he wants, has healed from his past, and is ready to move forward in the best progressive way possible. Yes, sign me up immediately. But y'all, they go over to the open mic night, and in between time, meantime, we gotta watch Angela call Bryce back over and then have a conversation about how she's worried about Zach and he need to talk to Zach, and she gonna try to be nice to him. She tells Zach to be nice to him. Girl, don't nobody give a damn what you talking about. You playing in this boy face. You wasting his time. You ain't got shit else to do but be cute and be messy. And I'm like, just focus on the being cute part. Just keep giving us looks, girl. Keep giving us beat face card never decline. Keep giving us hair not out of place. Keep giving us colorful fits that fit in all the right places and have you look like a snack. And just don't open your mouth no more, because I'm tired, Angela. You wasting my damn time. You had no real meaningful conversation with Bryce. He had to come all the way back over there for what? You originally was going to meet him at the open mic space, and then when he said he want to go with you, was like, oh no, it's too soon. Girl, get your fickle ass out of here. You don't even need to go to the open mic space. You don't need to go meet up with Fatima. Just stay your ass home. Drink some wine. Pick out your next outfit, your next 5 outfits. Because that's where you good at. That's where you shine, baby. That's where you shine. Now, while this is happening, Zach is back down at the projects because he can't stop sniffing around Project Punani. I just had to say it. He just can't stop doing it. He needs Connie to come ride with him someplace, but he don't want to have sex because she offers it up. He don't want to come upstairs. He just gonna wait. So, like, are you about to call her ass off the therapy too? Since you running around here abducting people? I know that was very dramatic, but I'm on Zach's ass because, sir, you walking around here like Suge Knight with these black ass shirts and these chains. Like, Zach, go take a goddamn nap because I'm tired. And I'm not even 10 minutes into the episode and I'm damn tired at this point. When we get to the open mic, Belinda has to have her moment and Paul has to cutely, quietly get her together. And this is the difference, y'all. This is the difference that I'm talking about. Zach cannot like Belinda. Belinda could have crossed the line. Cool. But Zach gives misogynist energy. He really does. Because the way that he is so willing to disrespect women freely is beyond me. He done it with Angela multiple times in this episode and the previous episode. But then also it happens throughout. But it's been the most prevalent in these last 2 episodes. And it's interesting to me how Paul interacts with Belinda knowing that she's the damn enemy, right? Fatima clearly don't have no rap for her. But he still handles her with a certain level of care of a man who is not get his rocks off disrespecting women. Zach, on the other hand, the moment that you don't have information for him, the moment that you're not doing something for him or allowing him to smash, he got smoke and he got disrespect for you. I don't understand it. And the greatest example is with Angela, because that girl was nothing to him but Fatima's friend, and you can't figure out how to stop calling her bitches and walking in her house and invading her space. Make it make sense, sir. Partially, I understand how he is, can be disrespectful to Belinda, but once you figure out 2 + 2 and that she's been a snake, that your best friend also has been, like, Belinda is no different than Nathan. So you having all this extra smoke for Belinda is beyond me, because you still shucking and jiving and kikiing up in Nathan's face. And they're literally the same person, but one of them got a penis. Let's be clear. But I loved it. I love how Paul is able to handle women, even disrespectful women, conniving women like Belinda, in a way that men should just interact with women. Like, what does it do for you to become catty and to stoop to a level to just do, like, it's just so unbecoming. It's the most unsexy shit I've ever seen. I swear it is. Now, they can't even get Belinda out their damn table before Suge Zach night. shows up and he wants to interject. He got questions. And this was the most irritating scene to watch for just so many reasons. One, Zach with the entitlement and the audacity. Paul, you a damn saint for this patience that you have. And Fatima for even allowing it. Because regardless of if you don't want to cause a scene, regardless of if you are still in love with Zach and you really do want him back and you want him changed, you sitting here and allowing him to behave like a fucking hooligan is setting you up for continued failure in your relationship. Because this boy thinks that he can exact control over you. He thinks that he owns you. He thinks that he doesn't have to match your interests and efforts. He thinks that all he has to bring to the table is his big penis and a good motion in the ocean, this little raggedy ass duplex with some lights on, and that's it. Meanwhile, he can demean your interests. He can demean your likes. He can demean all the effort that you have put in, because none of that even matters, because he don't get that. And that's supposed to be okay. And y'all, that's the equivalent to me to thinking that you were supposed to be able to get into a prestigious institution that has a certain level of requirements, an application that must be filled out, if you will, a certain grade point average, a certain test score, a certain perspective, some kind of extracurricular, something to show that you're a well-rounded person. You having none of that, and then at the door banging to get in, and then they let your ass in. That changes the integrity of the whole damn institution. And this is why I'm so pissed with Fatima, because she damn deserves better. And women who constantly allow themselves to be mistreated, demeaned, and disrespected for no gain stresses me the hell out. Because penis to me is not a game. You could get penis we literally could get penis every day of our lives. We could get multiple penises every day of our lives. And then some of them would be amazing. Some of them would be immaculate. I promise you, there is no shortage of demon dick on this earth. I promise you that. But what there is a shortage of is an emotionally intelligent man, a considerate, deeply rooted in great effective communication man, an intentional man, ambition that's actually backed by real work ethic and some type of desire for intellect. Men that are not just basing their partnerships with women off of what they are aesthetically attracted to, but they take time to get to know a woman so that they can figure out their lives and interests, and all of that is actually in line. That is where the shortage is, baby. There's no shortage of demon dick, Fatima, and you know this. You are built as a bad bitch, period. Literally the prototype. Light skin privilege, all of it. You get niggas. Before Zach, you got hella niggas. Why are we letting Zachary Taylor sit his goofy ass at this table across from this other beautiful ass man who has more things that checks off boxes for you? Real life boxes, sustainable ass shit, stuff that you can build a life off of. Why are we letting Zach sit here and behave like a goddamn buffoon? Rewarding him with our attention, rewarding him with our damn presence. Absolutely the hell not. That's not how they learn their lessons, Fatima. And you was on the right track last episode when you removed yourself and you decided to move on. Because that's the shit that shook him. That's the shit that woke him up. That's the shit that took him to that damn therapy office. Be clear, y'all. Because he wasn't going to that therapy office if Fatima brought her ass back that night after he acted a monkey fool drunk off that yak. He would not have been at that therapy office if she would have just came back like she always do. He's at that damn therapy office because he's really at the point where he realizes that he could potentially lose her. And at this point in this episode, Fatima just shows Zach that her ass is bluffing. She tipped her hand, would let him sit here and behave like a goddamn hooligan, and then she solidified it if she actually went and slept with that goofy ass nigga at the end of the episode. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. All of it. If this is what happened and she winds up giving up the cheeks, you just told this boy that you bluffing. You just told this boy that he don't have to do nothing different than what he has been doing, which has been slowly killing you, Fatima. So enjoy it. Enjoy the slow march to death, honey, because that's exactly what you just chose for yourself. But let's go ahead and talk about the dialogue. I don't want to harp too long, but that's how I feel about that whole thing. And I'm not arguing with y'all in the comment section. I said what the hell I said. Zatima can be y'all's favorite all you want to, but the damn relationship is toxic as hell. Zach is unqualified to date Fatima, let alone be engaged to Fatima. And I said what the hell I said. Zach starts off the conversation when he gets to the table. And he like, do he make you laugh? She like, yes. And then somehow they get to like her describing what Paul is and how he's ahead of the game when it comes to ahead of Zach specifically, because she says he's doing the work. And Zach responds, it don't matter if I'm doing the work now. What work, Zachariah? Mr. Taylor, where's your homework? Where's the work? Where's the homework? Where's the class work? Where's any of the work? Because we ain't seen it. You literally ain't done no work. You have cried in a damn therapy office after having a pseudo breakthrough, which is not really a breakthrough because your ass took no responsibility for your part in any of it. All you did was just blame your mother and your goddamn brother. And then you decided to beg Fatima and expect her to just tuck tail and run back to your ass with no actual change of behavior or no plan for change of behavior. And then you proceeded to pop up on her when you notice she's trying to do her thing and needs some space at her friend's house, disrespect her for her damn friend, and continue on at the damn place where she's on a damn date, interjecting and interrupting here. In the midst of this conversation, you also take time to say some untoward things. So what work are you doing? Picking up Connie to make sure she comments gonna be here? That's the word? Picking out this black ass button up you got on so that you can try to look as intimidating as possible? What work have you done, Zachary? It don't matter if I'm doing the work now. You're not. That is the whole point. Had you stopped worrying about yourself for 2 seconds, thought about the relationship that you want to have, thought about the wife that you want to have, then you would not be here right now. You would be at home doing the goddamn work, reflecting on your life and your decisions and your mindset, figuring out what part of accountability you gonna pick up in this train wreck that is your damn life. That's all the work. The work is not coming here get on Fatima's goddamn nerves when she looking how she looking and Paul looking like he looking. Then he holler out, I know you miss me. Sir, it's been 2 days. And you won't stop popping up the whole 2 days. How am I supposed to miss you if I keep seeing your ass? How am I supposed to miss you if you keep running after me being a damn buffoon? At what point was I supposed to miss you, Zachary? When you was dragging me to the damn therapy office on a surprise visit with your crackhead ass mama and yo definitely addicted ass brother, but I don't know what he on yet, y'all, so I'm just gonna say addicted. How's she supposed to miss you? Did he holler out, you don't want me to hold you right now? Sir, I'm in the middle of a goddamn club. Why in the hell would I want you to hold me when I... The T is that no, you want to hold her. That's the T. This is all about you. This is all about what you want. This is all about what you need. Fatima's needs be damned. That's exactly what that said to me. Then Fatima responds, what are you doing right now? You think this is going to make me leave with you? And he responds with a very confident, super sure, yes. And you know why, Fatima? Because he thinks you're a bird. He thinks that he does not have to do the things that he really do need to do to not only get you back, but to keep you. He thinks that what he's doing is more than enough. You knew that before you asked the damn question. And then you still allowed him, conceded to him still being here, asking all these goofy ass questions while Paul sits here, polite as day. Cause Zach would have got knocked upside his goddamn head if it was me. Then he replies again, you don't miss me? What y'all talk about? Fatima says, we talk about politics, we talk about philosophy, things we never talked about. And Zach says this, I almost jumped out my skin. That is whack as you know it. And this is the stuff that I be talking about. This is what I mean. You disrespecting her interests. And then you proceed to say, you need that street, you need that gutter, that hood, you need me. She responded to the that's whack and she said yeah to you. You are already yelling from the mountaintops that y'all asses are not compatible because you can't even in this moment where you're supposed to be trying to win this girl back, apologize for your wrongs, tell her it's great where you're at and she needs you so bad. Why in the hell would you formulate in your brain to tell the girl that the stuff that she's been talking about for the last 2 days with this other man who is very much so giving better than you is whack as versus, well, I can learn that too. Teach me. I mean, you're a narcissist, so you make everything about you. So like, that's what you could respond, even if you had a glimmer, an ounce of like, I actually care about this girl. But instead you decide to tell her that her interests are whack as fuck. What do you want from her in this relationship? Because you are perfectly fine when she's giving you sex, cooking for you, making sure your house feels like a home, and then fixing all of your other goofy ass drama outside the home. But you have yet to stop and think about what Fatima gets out of this relationship besides your penis. And in a moment where you could pick up on some of the things that you could give her that somebody else is giving her, you think that that's not even worth your goddamn time. And in your words, is whack as. And Fatima, you about to go sleep with this. He tells her, you need me. And she says, no, Zach. What I need is someone who's not going to hurt me. What she should have said was, no, Zach, you need me. And that's the motherfucking problem. He responds, what you need is somebody who's going to lay you on your back, lick you from your knee between your thighs. I want to make love to you. Zach, what the fuck? And I just cannot believe that. So like, Fatima didn't get up and leave not one time. He got to get all of this bullshit out, like every last bit of it. And then he just gets to ramble on. I want to wake up to you on my chest. I want to play with your hair. I want us to get trapped in the rain. Like, shit is so laughable. Then the thing that should have ended the whole damn episode, I should cut the shit off at this point. And when I tell you, you anti-caring motherfuckers, I don't want to hear nothing from you henceforth. When he said, I'ma leave, but I'ma leave the door unlocked and I'ma wait for you. And this is before season 6, when Fatima heard from Zach that Karen left the door open for him and she decided to traipse her ass up in that damn house. And everybody was all up in arms and defended Fatima for disrespecting that girl house and walking into her house. And then playing Karen for being the trollop that y'all wanted to make her out to be. Meanwhile, Zachary does the exact same thing and has been. Zach has been doing things, mirror moments, honestly, that Karen has done that everybody is so up in arms with. And more often than not, at the start of the series, he was doing them shits first. Nobody was up in arms when Zach was on that damn bike and popping up and stalking Karen. Nothing was wrong with it. But Karen's crazy. Karen's delusional. Meanwhile, we had to sit through a whole narcissistic ass soliloquy from Zach trying to get Fatima back, but then also not giving a damn about Fatima, what she wants or what she needs while she's on a date in the middle of a guy. Like, when I tell y'all I don't want to hear shit from y'all, I don't want to hear shit. The last bit of dialogue that I wrote down, because I ain't write down the rest of the episode, I was pretty much done after this, is when Tony arrives, because Zach goes back over to the bar. And Tony arrives and he's like, did Zach whip his ass yet? Y'all are so damn child. Whip his ass for what? Whip his ass for being a better man than you? Whip his ass for understanding that you just fumbled the ball and he gonna pick it up? Don't y'all watch football? Don't men watch football? When a fumble happened, do the other team supposed to just leave the shit there? No, they supposed to grab that ball and run like hell for the touchdown. It's giving all's fair. So whip his ass for what, Tony? You're childish. And this is why you gonna stay your ass on my list too. You might not be as bad as Nathan, but you gonna stay your ass on my list, because that stupid ass quote right there, that's gonna keep you there. Did Zach whip his ass yet? Who is going to be the sensible one in Zach's life to tell him he is fucking tripping? He is trifling. He is terrible. And he needs to do better. Who's going to do it? Because all y'all dropping the damn ball. It's a bunch of little back and forth. They figure out that Belinda created the damn dating app profile, blah, 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 blah. Don't nobody care, but Zach now gets more fire for Belinda because she's super trash. Meanwhile, Nathan's ass is super trash anyway. I've already told you this. Zach gets enough liquid courage up in him to take his ass on stage, start singing Babyface or whatever the hell the damn song is. Don't care. Fatima sat for it for a certain point, and he's professing, sir, you only did this because she did this the night before. Pick something else. This is what the work looked like. You would have figured out what your little grand gestures would have been that's unique to you versus just mimicking what the hell you see if you actually go home and do the damn work. Again, take your ass home. Fatima and Paul wind up getting out of there. She can't go further on Angela's couch with Paul. And then before we exit out of the whole damn episode, Fatima is getting naked for Zach and throwing it back at the damn duplex. And I am disgusted. That's it. That's all. My money is on this is a dream sequence and she don't actually go for Zach. I am praying that she don't give Zach none of that cat. But we just gonna have to see. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode in the comment section down below. Don't worry about me and my opinions specifically for this episode, because I said what I said. I'm not arguing with y'all. I'm ignoring people who want to argue in the comment section. But you can say what you feel about the episode. Keep it to yourself what y'all feel about what I said. Thank you. See you in the next one.